The starlet spent years looking for the tattoo artist, because like her clothes and accessories, the hand that marked her body had to be the best in the world. The tattoo artist was a legend, spoken about in hushed tones. He had no address, nobody knew where he was or where he would be. He would appear in some random tattoo parlor in the middle of the night, carrying his tattered suitcase. And whenever he did, the tattooists all jumped out of their stations and offered them to him. Then, they would stand around him in silence and watch him work. He never asked what tattoo you wanted, you'd sit down, and without saying a word, he would give you the tattoo you needed, creating beautiful images out of thin air. Then as the sun rose, he would disappear as suddenly as he appeared. The starlet got the phone call in the middle of the night. The tattoo artist appeared in some rundown parlor. She paid the waiting people thousands of dollars to let her cut in line. Her bodyguards dealt with those who made a fuss. The tattoo artist looked at her for a long moment and began working. He worked for hours, never looking up. By the time he was done, her entire back was covered by his work. It was a tattoo of her beautiful back, her lustrous hair. She couldn't stop staring at it. Dozens of times a day, hundreds. But something strange started happening every time she looked at the tattoo. She could swear it changed, ever so slightly, from the last time she looked. She could swear the figure in the tattoo began lifting her arms, and she was sure it was beginning to turn its head. She burst into the tattoo parlor one night, half mad. She screamed about the awful thing in her tattoo coming to get her. She begged them to help her find the tattoo artist, but nobody knew where he was. When she left, they caught a glimpse of her tattoo, only a glimpse, but it was enough to give them all nightmares. At nights, she would dream of that thing in her tattoo, raising its bony arms to wrap them around her neck, wringing the life out of her, and she knew that very soon, it will. So the starlet covered every mirror in her home. She threw away all the cameras, and that thing, it stopped moving. There were days when she missed staring endlessly at her reflection. Of course there were. But as time went by, they grew further and further apart.